missing a lot of bats.
Ben Revere makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Center fielder, number 2.
Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. These Mets, EK, as they take the field here today, it was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
And this has definitely been a lost weekend so far. They dropped the first 3 in this series here at home, so they just need something to go their way so they can have a chance to at least salvage one game in this series.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Wheeler sets his sights, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Michael Franco. He's gone deep 5 times in the last 10 ball games. Clearly, he's seen the ball really well right now.
Striding into the box, Ben Zobrist, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Into the windup and the pitch. Lays off 1-0.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
That's by him for strike 1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with 1 away.
Michael Franco will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
What a great season, but in order to win the Triple Crown, he's going to need some help from his teammates getting on base. He's in the top 5 in RBIs, but not leading that category.
Line toward right center. In there, a base hit. Now a long throw to third, and he is in there.
Boy, and how he managed to get enough on this swing to get it into the outfield, it's beyond me. I mean, this is pure muscle right here because that ball is nowhere close to the barrel of the bat.
Brandon Jordan will stride in as he's running out of time now if he wants to make a late push for that home run crown. First offering on its way. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Runners are at the corners with one man out. Chopped foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Your basic 6-4-3 will get him out of danger. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Scott Kazmir gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, hitters have a batting average against of close to 300 against him, so he's going to have to make some adjustments if he hopes to be successful.
Daniel Murphy comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st.
Leading up for the Mets, second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. Eric, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
And they've got the division title in their back pocket already. Now it's just a matter of playing for the seeding and maybe getting a few of your guys a day off or 2 before the real fun begins.
Swinging a soft liner. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Not the way you want to start the bottom of the 1st. This is a play that needs to be made, but instead they allow a speedy leadoff man to reach base.
Here's Juan Lagares. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 264 is average entering play. 5 homers and 36 RBIs. Nobody out, runner on first. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Zobrist is there. On to first, and they turn the double play. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, Matt, I think you still have to look out for David Wright. He's been swinging a hot bat all year, and his slugging percentage is soaring over .550. So I think there's a pretty good chance he'll have an impact on this game.
David Wright will stand in now, and his batting average currently good for 7th in the National League.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Mets go down quickly. After 1, no score. Jose Bautista will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off.
Jose Bautista.
Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. big swing by Bautista, and this ball sent in the air to deep left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch David Wright at third base in this one. Still a very dependable third baseman. Not quite the third baseman he was early on in his career. He's had physical limitations over the last few years, but still one of the better ones in the game.
Adrian Beltre will stand in, hoping to make a late-season push here toward moving to the top of the RBI leaderboard.
This guy has driven the ball all season long and currently 4th in RBIs.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Alfonso looking up. Gone! So a solo home run off the bat of Adrian Beltre, the 448th of his career, and the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, there's one thing for certain. He's picking the right time to start getting hot right here. With the postseason right around the corner, they're going to be relying on his offense quite a bit. And hopefully, this is a preview of what everybody's going to see in October.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Number 40. Wilson
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He'll enter play down at an even 240 for the year. 21 homers, 53 RBIs. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Wheeler's ready. 2-1 on its way. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard towards center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Whoa, that's what you call chuck and duck right there. This ball's going to come screaming right back at him. He doesn't have any time to get the glove up, and it gets safely on into center field.
Here's Brock Holt now. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. His average right at .295 here to start play. 5 homers, 18 driven in. And he falls behind 0-2. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that you get that guy up to second base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. But I would doubt seriously that that was his intention.
Scott Kazmir gets a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone.
Well, you know, some pitchers flat out just don't like to go up there and swing it, and I get it. Most of them can't hit at all. But, hey, this is an opportunity right here to help your own cause.
Outside with the fastball, that's 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. Alfonso on the move, and this will wind up a foul ball. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. One and 2, here it comes. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Swing and a line drive. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. The throw home. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Ben Revere steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
A runner on first with 2 away. And it's quickly 0-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, that's a smart miss there. They know he'll chase it down there, so even if it didn't get the job done, it's a great pitch on 0-2.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom of the second. Phillies on top, 2-0. Robert Macias will get his first shot at it here. He's got to be hoping to turn things around because you see the numbers over the last 5 games. Not much going on there at all. First pitch coming. Here it is. Into the seats, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
Here we go on an 0-2 count. All you have to do is start that thing right down the middle of the plate and then just let it work its way in. Hopefully get a swing through or maybe even a shattered bat.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Well, we see this all the time. Guys get up 0-2, and they start getting cute, and then they wind up walking the guy.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And look out. That's in very tight, and it's ball 4.
That's a real good at-bat there. He fell behind 1 and 2 right out of the gate, but instead of going out of the zone to protect, he was able to lay off 3 straight and get his guys a leadoff base runner.
Lucas Duda will stand in now following the leadoff walk, and might we see a bunt attempt here in a 2-run ball game?
Every extra run helps. It's a possibility, but I think they'll probably let him take his chances swinging away.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. A runner at first with no outs here. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Here's the 0-2. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Still 1 and 2 as he fouls it away. Nobody out, runner on first. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired here, 1 away. With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up. So we'll see how that impacts this game.
Omar Alfonso will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
The 0-1 pitch. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Shot to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time.
Well, I thought for a second after he caught this thing that he'd have a shot at getting 2 here, but the throwback across the diamond was just a little too late to double him up.
Standing in now, Andre Allison, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He'll check in with an average still south of 230. 4 home runs, 18 driven in. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Yeah, he didn't get the call there, but he's making some quality pitches on that outside corner.
2 out with the man at first. Swing and a little tapper. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Mets strand 1. They trail it here 2-0. Ben Zobrist is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Wheeler gets the sign. 1-2 on its way. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Too high. Ball 3.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Now a little tapper here up the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Macias has a play. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Michael Franco.
Michael Franco is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
He's definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
He can afford to be patient here because all he's looking to do is get on base and do his damage from there.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Brandon Jordan will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and 1 away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
First delivery to him on the way. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. To first with it is Wheeler, and a dive, but he's back. Runner at first here, one man out. On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Down quickly go the Phillies, as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Ruben Tejada will dig in now. He's got that average up over 330 to begin the ball game.
Well, when you look at what this guy's done so far, Matty, he leads this ball club in average. He's been a huge part of their offense so far this season.
Cut fastball taken for strike one. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Revere is camped under this one. One down.
Well, I thought for a second that this might make a dent in both the hit and the run column, but he didn't quite get all of it. It's probably the best swing, though, they've had so far.
Stepping in, Zach Wheeler. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's a sharp slider from Kazmir. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A great pitch there, as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Here's Daniel Murphy now, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Bat explodes as this has popped up.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
Way outside. 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Still looking for that final pitch to get him out of this inning. But he's seen the count move now from 0-2 all the way to 3-2.
Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now a swing, and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. We'll see the dangerous Jose Bautista when we come back. 3 innings complete. It's the Phillies 2 and the Mets nothing. And here is Jose Bautista now. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Jose Bautista.
And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
Outside for a ball. 1-1.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Wheeler into his motion. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Now trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and the dangerous Bautista is set down on strikes for the first out.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
You know, on May 15th, 2015, Adrian Beltre became the 52nd player in MLB history to hit 400 home runs. He's in some pretty remarkable company.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Settling in now, Wilson Ramos. He reached on a single in his first try.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Two runs, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And another foul ball. And that misses 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
2 out, nobody on. Hot shot on the ground is short. Reined in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Phillies 2 and the Mets nothing. Leading off the inning, Juan Lagares, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, and when your team still doesn't have a hit, you appreciate a call like that once in a while.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Outside, 3-0 now.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Right.
Ready now, David Wright. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Well, at least he was able to get it into the outfield, and that's more than most of his teammates can say so far.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Not close. It's 2-0. Another 2-0 count here to begin an at-bat.
Once or twice is a pattern. More than that is a trend. And he's just not going to have much success if he keeps falling behind every hitter.
Lagares runs. Pitch swung out and missed. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
Well, that's kind of what makes the hit and run play such a gamble. You can see right here on show track, this ball's not even in the strike zone. So once the guy at the plate can't make contact, that runner is hung out to dry.
1 out, nobody on. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. High in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Bautista, still going back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a solo shot here for David Wright. Number 26 for him on the season, and the Mets are on the scoreboard. It's now a 2-1 game.
Just their first hit of the game, but boy, they made it a doozy. That may be his first mistake of the afternoon, and it's going to cost him.
Into the box now, Robert Macias. As he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Bautista will wait on it, and that's out number 2.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Here's Lucas Duda now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit down the line at first. Holt scoops it up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mets get 1 on the David Wright home run. We played 4. It's the Phillies 2 and the Mets 1. Brock Holt heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
First baseman, Brock Holt.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Gloved by Murphy. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Scott Kazmir. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, he showed a little prowess with the bat last time, and they may have to pitch him a little bit tougher right here.
Hot shot to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Center field.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Ben Revere will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air out to center field. And Lagares will look this one in, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They lead it 2-1. Omar Alfonso will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Too high, 1-0. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Revere going back, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. There's our line score through the first 4.5, and these guys have basically had the bats taken right out of their hands. Just 1 hit to this point. Digging in, Andre Allison. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Kazmir into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. Good fastball there by Kazmir. 0-1. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Smoke toward third. Beltre has it. Throw to first gets him, so Kazmir's looking good to start the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop, Ruben Tejada.
Ruben Tejada is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at bat. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
Maybe even taken 2.
Here it is on 3-0. Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And the count will be full. Hit on the ground to short. Franco has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They still trail it here 2-1. Ben Zobrist will stand in to lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. Squared that one up just a little late. Drives it out to deep right center field. Back goes Lagares. Gone! So a solo home run off the bat of Ben Zobrist. 19th home run for him on the season, and it gives the Phillies a 3-1 lead.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Well, now here comes the Mets manager Terry Collins on his way to the mound, and that is going to be all for Zach Wheeler. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Jerry Spamiglia will take over on the mound now here in the 6th inning.
Jerry Spamiglia.
Into the box, Maikel Franco.
Shortstop.
This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Takes this the other way to right. Macias is there, one away.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Stepping in now, Brandon Jordan. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, If he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. The 2-1 on its way. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
1 out, nobody on. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder
Jose Bautista ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Up top, it's 2-0. You still come after him now on 2-0?
I think you have to be a little careful, but yeah, I don't think you can just give up on him.
2-0 count, and the pitch. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Dribbled to the right side. Allison is up with it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Phillies get 1 in the frame courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead. It's now 3-1 Philly. As Dribble Cabrera is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Cabrera.
Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. There's the good fastball from Kazmir. 0-1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
On the ground to the left side. Beltre's there. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Daniel Murphy will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Center fielder number 2.
A rare mistake pitch there. That's just their 2nd hit of the ball game, but this will go for a double.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Juan Lagares. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Kazmir sets. Here's the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He continues to flash the extra base power. That's now 34 doubles on the year. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Jordan. 2 down.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
David Wright stands in, coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
And that's in there for strike 1. Surprising to you guys that it looks like they're going to pitch to him?
It is to me. I mean, I wouldn't go anywhere near this guy with a base open.
We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Is that really the spot you want to be messing with here?
It shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Bat explodes as this has popped up. Oh, and he botches it. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the 3rd out of the inning. Mets leave 1. They still trail it here 3-1. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Carlos Torres is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Carlos Torres.
Adrian Beltre will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. A swinging bunt to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Tapped out in front of home. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mass, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Here's Brock Holt now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Liner toward right center, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And this is something they've worked on in the batting cage, taking some of the movement out of his swing. Much more compact now, and he's seeing some definite results.
Scott Kazmir will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
And a high strike there, 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Throw over to first, and the runner back easily.
Just checking.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Phillies strand 1, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Robert Macias will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6, as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
Kazmir's ready. Here's the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And the off-speed pitch is taken here. A ball and a strike.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Zobrist has it. A quick out, number 1.
Yeah, it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Lucas Duda will dig in for a 3rd time now. He's popped out and grounded out so far. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Good cut fastball in there. 1-1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
You almost get the sense here that he wants to stay away from throwing the fastball. Almost like he doesn't want to get burned.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
We get a look there at his pitches by inning. He's at 81 now after that last pitch, so he should be good for a little while longer.
Omar Alfonso will dig in now. He's lined out and flied out in 2 trips.
Been hitting the ball pretty well, though, despite the offer so far.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. 1-1 pitch is a circle change. It hits the target 1-2.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. But they just look lost up there.
The 1-2 pitch. Now a swing and little pop-up here right behind home plate. Sent out to straightaway center field. Revere is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Score holds. It's 3-1. Lawrence Robinette will be summoned from the bullpen now, as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Lawrence Robinette.
Ben Revere will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Macias giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Ben Zobrist will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Eighth inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He knows the drill out there. You've got to make him swing the bat. To not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Hit hard to short. Tejada has it in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, shortstop, Maikel Franco.
Maikel Franco steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Too high, and it's 3-0.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
And I may not know a whole lot about pitching, but what I do know is this is not the guy you want to be putting on base with a walk. That definitely puts the stolen base in order now with 2 away.
Julian Rodriguez will take over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Julian Rodriguez.
Brandon Jordan will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
1-0 pitch on the way. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. 2-0 pitch on the way. Runners off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
Well, I think they had a feeling he'd be going, but you had to figure they weren't going to pitch out twice in a row, and he winds up taking second here and moving into scoring position.
2 out here and a runner at second. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Back-to-back walks now by 2 different pitchers. The last one knocked the other pitcher out of the game. We'll see how forgiving their manager wants to be about this one.
Jose Bautista will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. First pitch on its way. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you gotta suck it up.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And that's too high, ball 2.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
Here it comes, 2-0. There's a strike. It's 2-1.
Boy, and this is why you're trying to get yourself into good hitters counts. This is just right down the middle on 2-0, and swinging at this should be your reward, but he decides to let it go.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. 3-1 now. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
2 down, runners at first and second. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
And this could really be trouble now, because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And set to stand in a guy who seems to get better with age. The dangerous Adrian Beltre. Inside with the fastball. It's 1-0.
Now on the mound, this is one of those at-bats where you have to get this guy to give your team any chance. You have to. Base hit here, it's all over.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. A little bouncer. And he'll in fact just tag the runner headed down the line to take the sure out. Phillies leave him loaded as the lead remains 3-1. Andre Allison will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
This guy's kind of walked a tightrope all game long. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to 50% of the hitters he's faced, and yet pitching a very good ball game.
That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
All even now, 2-2. Line drive to left. In is Batista, but this gets down a base hit.
The hits have certainly been few and far between so far. Just their 3rd hit of the ball game, and we're in inning number 8. From an offensive standpoint, you know, that's just not going to get it done.
Ruben Tejada will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And the runner back. He's set. Here it comes. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. And Kazmir a look to first here, and he'll get back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Now a snap move over to first, and the runner will get back standing.
Simple throw over there.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
That changeup's been real effective for him so far. The guys have been falling behind in the count, so they're forced to protect. And this thing looks so good coming out of his hand that they just go ahead and chase after it.
Mac Grimes will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. And there he goes towards second. Swing and a miss, strike three. The throw not in time. He's in there at second.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Into the box, Daniel Murphy. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Here comes the first pitch. Out in front of it, strike one. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
1-1, here it is. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. This is blistered into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And this will kick off the wall now out near the 390 sign. Throw won't get him.
Well, that's what he's done well all season. And that's swing the bat with runners in scoring position. He drives in another one here on the RBI double.
Here comes the Philly skipper on his way out toward the mound. And it would appear that Scott Kazmir has thrown his final pitch here this afternoon. So as he departs, he can't lose this ball game, but he is responsible for the runner at second, meaning it'd be a no decision if that run comes across to score. Ken Giles will come on here looking to get the final out in the home half of inning number 8.
Ken Giles.
So striding in, Juan Lagares, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. That's yanked into the stands, strike one. Trying to hold the lead. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
2 out here and a runner at second. He struck him out, and the tying run will be left stranded at second base. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 3 and the Mets 2. Mike Cortez will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Wilson Ramos, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Wilson Ramos.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. All over the place to start the 9th. It's 3-0 now.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Good job out there on the mound. Down in the count 3-0 to start this inning. He comes back to retire the guy on a ground ball.
Brock Holt gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Duda's up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, pitcher, Ken Giles.
Anthony Rendon will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 6, Anthony Rendon.
He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. 2 out, nobody on. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Ben Revere would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Ready with the payoff pitch. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Tejada is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Phillies down in order, but they still lead it 3-2. Jonathan Papelbon is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 58, Jonathan Papelbon.
Striding in to start the ninth, David Wright, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Papelbon comes set. Here it is on 1-0. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Grounded back up the middle. Bronco fields it cleanly. On to first, and that is a huge out to start the bottom of the ninth. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play.
And he's right in there among the National League leaders. 5th best at the moment. So he's made it really tough on the opposition out of the bullpen. The manager loves giving him the ball in tight games, so we'll see if he can add to his total right here.
From the stretch, Robert Macias comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
But this is a spot where it helps to have a 2-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that one's wide to the mark, ball 3.
Now he's looking like he's a little too amped up out there. You've got to channel that a little more because that pitch wasn't that close.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And he'll just lay this one in there. 3-1. Set. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss at the splitter. 3-1, and it's 3-2 now.
And that splitter, it's only coming in around 86, but it's really falling through the zone.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Hit down the line at first. Holt comes up with it, and he'll take this on to first, and they're down to their final out, 2 away.
Yeah, 2 ground ball outs right here to start the ninth. That's as easy as you can make it. Now he's just 1 out away from picking up the save.
Now to the plate, Lucas Duda. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And he takes ball one. In line for the victory is Scott Kazmir if our current score holds. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Scorched to third. Fielded by Beltran. Throw on to first. He'll take care of him. And the Phillies make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over.
More of the same from this guy right here. That's save number 45 for him on the year. He has really had an outstanding season.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a real good performance, as you'll see in his final line. He gave him 7 2/3 good innings, and he was definitely the difference in this one.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Phillies win this one 3-2. So long from New York.